I just finished the most transformative 75-day challenge of my life. And now I'm ready for the biggest challenge yet. Documenting the last year of my 20s and becoming a woman I want in my 30s. So you could have seen every day of my 75 Magda challenge. It was a bit modified challenge from 75 hard and 75 soft. You can see the rules on the screen. And it's been a few months and I've been following most of the things that I've been doing on 75 Magda. And now let's wrap up how it felt, what was good, what was bad, what I kept, and what I'm going to implement continuously. So I have my cheat notes just so I'm sure that I don't forget anything that was important. And let's start with something that was kind of challenging, mostly because of the weather. So everyday walks. And I said to myself, at least half an hour of movement per day and get a fresh air. So some of the days, the fresh air walking was the only workout of the day. And other days, the walking was just a part of it. I wanted to walk at least 15 minutes per day. It was usually quite easy because I walk to work or partially to the clients. So that was relatively easy. However, if it's cold, and it was, because I was doing it at the beginning of the year and we're in Europe, so it was winter. And if you have a rain, not ideal either, but I managed to do a walk every single day. And I have to tell you one thing, it does make a change. Walking every day outside, mostly in the morning, after work, just stretching your body a bit after sitting for 8 hours, just feels great. It's kind of this thing that you don't want to do. And to be honest, the weekends were kind of the most difficult and at the same time the easiest, because on the weekends I spend them with my boyfriend. So it was just easy because I would go for a walk with someone. But at the same time, damn, sometimes it's just difficult to move when it's raining outside or when it's -5 or -10 and it's just cold and foggy and it's not nice. But trust me, this changed a lot. And now I catch myself that there are some weekends that I don't go out for like a proper walk. And I have to say, I kind of miss it. And to be fair, there's always good excuses. Now, last week we had 36 degrees. Is it a great day for a walk? Not really. Did I skip walking to work and I took a bus? Yes, even if I could have worked. I think I walked in the morning and I took a bus at the afternoon most of the days. But still, like, it's something that if I would be doing the challenge, I wouldn't stop just for the sake of the challenge. So yes, everyday walk does make a difference. Mentally, physically, you just feel good. It's just something that wraps up your day, starts your day. It's something that makes you feel a little bit of the movement of the body after you were sitting for a whole day in an office, if that's your case. My case, I have an office job, so I usually sit a lot at the desk, and I sometimes have meetings that are 2 hours, and my ring is saying to me, you should stretch your legs, because that's what the pop-up says after 1 hour. But yeah, you're stuck on a meeting, so that's what it is. C'est la vie. And yeah, so sometimes the walk just allows you to stretch your legs, and just adding this extra movement to your day feels good. And then mentally, it also feels great. I personally prefer to do it without the music. I used to love walking with music, working with music, doing everything with the music, until I realized that I'm a bit overstimulated, everything that's going on, that I usually just listen to the music at work when it's noisy. If it's not noisy and I can still focus without, surrounding being loud, I either put my noise cancelling headphones and work without any music, or I put a music on. So yeah, it really depends. But I recommend trying walks without music too. Second thing that I realized, oh my God, after filming everything that I've been eating, almost everything that I've been eating, I realized that I've been eating humongous portions of food, and I know where it comes from. So around a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, year and a half ago, beginning of the 2024, I stopped not eating breakfast. So I used to not eat breakfast more or less since 2020, I would say. And I stopped in 2024. I started to have product breakfast. I also could share my recipe for you for a perfect product salty breakfast, 30 grams of protein. I love it. It's really best thing ever. It's so easy and quick, and you can make it nicely. But anyways, I started to eat breakfast. And what happened? I started to eat breakfast, but I didn't decrease my lunch and dinner portions. So when I was not eating breakfast, I was eating big lunch and big dinner. That was basically the same thing as lunch. So hot meal, veggies, meat, and some carbs, usually. That would be the usual case. And I realized after taking videos of everything I've been eating, that in the end of the day, the portions were all big. The breakfast was super loaded, and then I would have 2 full meals. And over the last few months, I started to decrease a bit the sizes of my portions, and I feel so much better. Also, I don't feel so full before going to sleep, so that's a nice thing. Talking about sleeping, yeah, I had my little routine of good wind down, journaling or affirmations, plus reading a book. That's different. I could read a book any time of the day, but for me, it was the easiest to read the book before sleep. To be fair, I struggled a lot in Korea for the last 2 days, and I cheated a few days because it was just difficult. You're in a hotel, you're tired from traveling. So if you don't know, my last almost 2 weeks of the challenge were on the trip to Korea where I met when I went for a wedding of my friend. So it was not ideal. However, at my boyfriend's place and my place right before sleep, we were just reading book, and actually we did it together too, which helps a lot. It's something that I realized so much. I didn't know how much people around us affect what we do and how good we feel with what we do. Meaning exercising, going together for walks, reading together, eating together, anything that you do. Like now, most of my friends are working out. I go with a few of my friends for Pilates too. They go less often than me, but still we meet usually at least once a week for Pilates. And it's cool. It's just nice. We have something, in common. And then other friends are also going to the gym. My boyfriend is also taking care of his body. So yeah, it's just easier to do it when everybody around you do it. So yeah, night routine. It's also something that I did for these almost 3 months religiously to the point of just going to my bed, I got myself a sun alarm as well. So turning the sun alarm on the quieting mode, putting some nice music around it, and then just winding down with journaling and with the book. I was super lucky because my brother got me a special journal. He didn't know totally about the challenge. He just got it for me for Christmas. And when I was on a trip in November with my friend, I also got myself a 5-year journal that I really recommend too. It's a cool idea. However, did I stick with reading and journaling over the last few months? No. Why? Because I'm lazy. It's on me. It's not because I didn't like it. It's on me. I still do the wind down. I try not to scroll before sleep, but I do usually watch something. So it's not ideal. It's something that I definitely want to bring back. And somehow, however it's possible, it was easier during winter than during the warmth. So yeah, that's a very interesting point, and I really, really want to go back to it because reading before sleeping and keeping a journal was clearing my head so nicely, and I was getting a good sleep, and I was also going to sleep much earlier. It's not that I don't go early to sleep. I usually go to sleep quite early compared to my friends. However, I can already say that it shifted for around half an hour, 1 hour, depending on the day. Yes, longer days don't help, but still. It's something to work on, and I want to go back to it. That's definitely something I want to keep, and I have to keep track of. Next one would be, I did not miss alcohol. Part of the challenge was not drinking, but also it was part of my decision before I did the challenge. So basically what happened on New Year's Eve, we had a little bit of champagne, sparkling wine, and it's been months that I felt terrible after alcohol. I just get headaches. I was always laughing at people who were getting headaches, and I was like, yeah, losers, whatever. Until it got me. Me, 1 glass of wine would give me a headache 2 hours later. And in January, I just put a full stop. No, full stop is not a full stop. I said stop. And then if situation occurs, like, I don't know, a client is celebrating something and they propose a glass of champagne, yes, I will have a glass of champagne because I think it's more professional than making people think that I'm pregnant or whatever. Yeah, you don't want people at work to think you're pregnant if you're actually not pregnant. So yeah, stuff like this. And yeah, I usually have a sip of someone's drink or my boyfriend's drink from, on a party if there's something new to drink. But I definitely haven't bought a drink for a while. Haven't had a full drink in really a long time. And to be fair, the only thing I can say, I didn't miss it. I don't feel amazing about it. I don't feel better than others. I don't see a huge difference in anything. So yeah, that's basically the thing. So yeah, it's an interesting point that I didn't miss it, but I don't see a huge difference. For sure there is. I just don't notice it. For sure it's in my sleep, in day-to-day life, in whatever, focus, or I don't know what else, but I don't feel it. It was so gradual that I don't feel it. I already started drinking less last year compared to previous years. And when I say less, I think I was drinking a lot in the years before. We used to drink 3-4 times a week, and like, you know, one of them we would usually get quite drunk, the other ones we would be definitely tipsy. So yeah, I wouldn't say we were not, my friends are still drinking, I still go out with them and stuff like this, but I don't drink. So yeah, that's an interesting point. Thing to highlight, everyday workout that is different than walking is so difficult to do. And I have no clue how people do with 75 hard. Also from the recovery point of view, if you had a good workout and you're sore, it's really like whole body is sore, or like, I don't know, your whole upper body is sore. How the heck do you want to do another workout? Like, I know you can do a walk, I know you can do yoga. It's just like, you know, 75 hard requests you 45 minutes twice a day, not one after another and one outside. Yeah, I can tell you, did I want to be 45 minutes in a row outside when there is a -10 and it's raining? No, even if it means walking. And I think that's miserable. Whoever does 75 hard, go for it. Amazing, good job. Climate in Luxembourg, I don't recommend. It's rainy, it's cold in the winter. Maybe in summer it would be a bit better, but it's usually very hot. So spring or autumn, maybe. I know it's excuses, but I just don't think it's sane and healthy. Even everyday workout, normal workout, yeah. If it's not everyday yoga, or if you're not super like sporty athletic, it is difficult. Like, I can tell you, I did. Last week, Monday, Tuesday, no, sorry. I had a concert on Monday, so we were a lot on our legs. Not a workout, but a bit, you know, kind of. Tuesday, I went for Pilates. Wednesday, then canceled Pilates because it was 36 degrees and the studio didn't have AC. Thursday, I went for Pilates. Friday, I didn't do anything. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I went for Pilates, and today is Tuesday. And I was supposed to go tomorrow. My quads are so sore from more or less Saturday, Sunday, like from Saturday workout. So I feel it from Sunday morning. Yesterday on a reformer, my leg was shaking so hard that the reformer bar was making a noise. That's your body yelling for help. And did I do something today? No. Will I do? Probably no. If it was a challenge, I would probably do some stretches or yoga. Could I do yoga? Probably. I will probably do like 5-10 minute stretches. So, you know, it's a difficult thing to do a proper workout every day. Again, you can say excuses, excuses. I guess it also depends how you work out, how often you work out. But 2 45-minute workouts sounds, for me at least, crazy. Everyday workout, maybe if I actually do a proper schedule and I don't schedule difficult classes in a row with Pilates. But my favorite teacher does classes in a row and they're difficult. So it's one thing or another, endorphins from the teacher or sore muscle. So yeah, I could be doing more. I've been recently doing more Pilates. That's another outcome of the challenge. I fell in love with Pilates already before, but now after the challenge, I was sure. And as you may know, I'm in the yoga teacher training since basically January. And now I decided I'm going to do Pilates teacher training. And this one is going to be in person. The yoga one is online. And I'm very excited to start in autumn. So you will see this journey. It's part of me turning 30, I guess. Yeah, things to do before 30, right? Getting a Pilates teacher training and teaching Pilates. No, but to be fair, I love how my body behaves. I love that I don't have a back pain. I love that I can move, that I see the progress in my body, that using my core, it's not always, but there are days that I go for Pilates and it's nothing. Lifting things became light, and now I started to lift with my boyfriend too. We're doing deadlifts, and also I could see a huge difference. So yeah, that's something to think of. Wind downs I already mentioned, journaling mentions. Someone who will support you helps so much. That's what I was saying before. Definitely my boyfriend did a great job in supporting me. I think it also motivated him to do a few more things, and we just keep each other accountable, and it's really great. It feels good. It's not obsessive. It's not that it's like, did you work out? Did you do this? What did you eat? Whatever. No, it's more like, oh, I'm going to deadlifts. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do some yoga. Or I'm saying, yeah, I'm going for Pilates. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to hop on a bike. So, you know, it's just like, even if we're both working every day in the office, and I know probably you too, and probably you even have kids, and you know, I don't have kids. I don't have so many responsibilities, but still I feel drained after being every day in the office physically. And sometimes I just don't want to work out. But yeah, the little motivation helps. We do it for our bodies, and at the end of the day, it feels good. And even if it doesn't feel good at the end of the day, it feels good when you see your progress, that it's not body-wise, the progress that stuff is becoming less heavy, that you can do more of XYZ exercise, that you can lift more, that you actually are excited to go to work out, that maybe your downward facing dogs start to look amazing. Like, yeah, stuff like this that makes me very happy, because I don't really get the endorphins from working out. I get the endorphins from the teachers that I like, but yeah, otherwise, no. I did not get the endorphins from working out. I'm not this type of person. Maybe it will come. Maybe people say it happens, so maybe it will happen to me too. Last but not least, editing the videos. I was crazy. I mean, I gave myself 2 weeks of a difference, and then I got sick for 1 week, so it was 1 week of a difference. Editing videos almost every day, it was crazy at some point. Like, sometimes I would do them in a bulk, sometimes I would do it at the end of the day. Yeah, it takes time, and it's oof, I didn't expect it's gonna be that hard. But yeah, wrapping up, basically, I sleep better after a proper wind down, obviously. Walk every day is good for your body and for your mind, mostly if you have an office job. I opt to do things without music or podcasts or anything. Just me, myself, nature/cars, because I often walk next to the road. I finished almost 3 books. That's exciting. I haven't finished 3 books probably last year. So yeah, finishing 3 books in 75 days, it's almost 3 books in 75 days. It's quite a good achievement. Didn't miss alcohol, not a problem at all. Big portions, definitely already implemented the change. Fell in love with Pilates even more. Love yoga still. Started lifting, great thing to do. And journaling, quite great. And yeah, one additional thing, protein. They change everything. At least they change to me. If I don't eat enough protein, I am so weak, and I feel it so much in my body when I exercise. I'm weak that I cannot hold a downward facing dog. You should not be weak that you cannot hold the downward facing dog unless you do not exercise at all. Then yes, it's a lot of pressure and weight on your shoulders and wrists and arms. But otherwise, really, you should not be struggling doing a downward facing dog. And that's what happens to me when I don't eat enough protein. So yeah, that's definitely a goal as well. So wrapping it all up, I just wanted to announce that we're gonna do a whole thing. I am turning 30 soon. Take it back. I am turning 29 soon, in a few weeks actually. And you're gonna be able to follow me on my journey to my 30s. I wanna make the last year of my 30s the best. I wanna enter as an empowered woman. I wanna enter as a yoga teacher. I wanna enter as an almost Pilates teacher, because I'm probably not gonna be able to do exam before my birthday. I want to inspire people with what I do. I want people to feel good. And after 30, unfortunately, the muscle mass decreases in our bodies. So it's even more important to work for our muscles. And for women, it's even more important because of osteoporosis. So yeah, go to see me. And if you want to follow my whole journey, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have other social media platforms, so feel free to follow me there as well. And if you like this video, make sure that you hit the like button. And as I said, if you feel like subscribing, subscribe to follow me on my journey. And next video will be about 28 lessons I've learned until 29. So yeah, I hope to see you soon and have a great day.